Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing another Webike unboxing video. I placed this order on 5/15/2025 and I received it yesterday on 5/19/25. These are all items that they had in stock. Items that they don't have in stock can sometimes take longer. I have not opened the box yet. It is well packaged here. They've actually put an outer sleeve around the box. Got packing labels. I paid for the FedEx shipping, which was the faster option. Because even one great advantage is shopping at Webike is you get to build up Webike points, which can be used for the purchase of merchandise. I didn't buy a lot of motorcycle parts per se in this order. I got some covers and some tools. I have a few motorcycles, and I live here in the southeast where when it's not dry and dusty, the pollen is falling like snow in the springtime. So it makes it difficult to keep your bikes clean. In addition to that, I occasionally attend motorcycle rallies where I need a rainproof cover to put over my bikes. Most times at VJMC National rallies, the shows are indoors, although not this year. So for that, the first item that I ordered here was for medium-sized motorcycles. It is a Unicar brand, fully waterproof bike cover. And I will take these out there in a little bit and install them on the bikes and show you how they fit. So that is here. So that is that item. I'll set it over here out of the way. Like I said, everything's in. This is a Japanese brand. The price was right. And then I also have a couple of, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. These are water resistant covers, but my main interest in purchasing them is it's spelled Araden. I'm not sure how it's correctly pronounced, but the spelling is A-R-A-D-E-N. And I got two sizes, a large one for my Pacific Coast and a medium sized one for my other bikes. This one, that's the package that these come in. In addition to being flame proof, it's supposed to be water resistant, but it's not waterproof like the other one. These will especially be great when you come in for riding. It's always a good idea to put a cover over your bike when you're parking it, especially if you're not going to be riding it for a couple days. The problem is most covers, if you don't shop carefully, will melt. I got some dust covers already, but they will melt if you put them on while the bike is hot. These are supposed to be flame proof, so I'm going to test them out. And I have two different sizes of those here. Let me get the other one out of here. Open it up. It's in the same type of package. So here we go. It says the same thing, the bike cover. Like I said, one is a size large. Let's see which one this one is. Yeah, B1B. This is the large one. So this one will be for my Pacific Coast when it's parked in the house. I meant not in the house. If it was in the house, I'd make my wife dust it. Now it's in the garage when I'm riding something else. Let me clean up a little bit of this trash. Move that box out of the way. Now this is a shift up engine stand. On the website, they only list this thing as fitting 3 models. They list it as fitting the Monkey, and they don't show the modern Monkey. They show the old 50 Monkey. So I'm going to assume that it's vintage. They also listed as fitting a 90 Bentley, which I believe has the same engine pattern, bolt pattern, as some of the CD90, which I assume has the same engine bolting pattern as like CL and CT90s. So I'm really excited to get this apart and see how it works. I'm not starting on any projects. I got several bikes waiting in the wings, but I'm not ready to start on them yet. But I love tools. I collect tools. I often tell people that tools are what I really love. The motorcycles and cars and model airplanes and all that stuff are just my excuse for purchasing them. Here we go. Let's unpack the shift up pipe engine stand. And of course, you see the directions here. They're all in Japanese, so, but I think I can figure it out. Most of this stuff is self-explanatory once you get the hang of it. It is very well packaged. All your hardware is in here. It's well made. One of the reasons why I was interested in this one, if you've watched my videos where I've been working on my other bikes, you've seen my gas tank stand that I made. But I also have another adapter that goes on that stand that will hold a horizontal Honda engine by the foot peg mounts. The problem with that is, in order to split the case, you have to remove the engine from the stand. Apparently, the way this one is made, you can, with the rods, with the threaded rods through it, to hold it in the upright position, you can then turn it on its side and split the case with the engine still securely in the stand, which would be a great help. It would prevent a lot of damage and scratches and stuff, so yeah, it would be a great help. So I'm looking forward to using this. Here in just a minute, we're going to walk out to the garage, and I'm going to show you how these covers fit and how they look unboxed. I mean, these aren't cheap covers. These aren't your... Most of them are about 50 to 60 US dollars. But some... I think one of them's a little bit higher than that. Be a rainproof one. But they're well worth it. If you really love your motorcycle and want to protect it, it will be worth it. And the spacers that go on here. Pretty cool. They actually thread in. I like this. This is a high quality piece of hardware here. This is the shift up pipe engine stand for horizontal Honda engines. It doesn't look adjustable, so I'm not sure. I'll need to double check the bolt patterns for the ones I have, but I'm sure that if it doesn't fit, I can build an adapter for it. Like I said, I love good hardware. I love tools. Perhaps I should look at the instructions and see how to put this together right quick. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll go outside into the garage, and I'll put these covers on the bikes, and I'll come back and show you guys how it looks. Like I promised you a little bit earlier in the video, I'd show you what these covers look like installed on the bikes. Over here is the large Aradin cover. Like I said, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it right. It could be Aradin, but it's A-R-A-D-E-N. This is the large size, and it fits well over my Pacific Coast. And then this is the medium size, and it is on top of my VF750F Interceptor. And over here under the waterproof one from Unicar is my Royal Enfield INT 650. The large one here, I think I paid, it was around $67. No, excuse me, this one was $60. The smaller one here was $54, and the waterproof one was $67 and change, something like that in American dollars. My receipts are all in Japanese yen, so I'm having to do the conversion in my head. As I said, none of these are sleek form-fitting covers, but they do have extra holes in them where you can put straps. They all have a quick release strap that goes under the bottom for securing them to the bike, plus additional hose and grommets. Now these two here are basically dust and light duty weather covers. I mainly plan to use them strictly in the garage, or maybe under the carport. They'd be good under an open-sided carport. A lot better than those cheap nylon taffeta things that you buy. They're heavy dutier than that. And they come in a wide variety of sizes. As you can see, it completely covers the Pacific Coast. This one, it's on the Interceptor. It's got some compromises in its design. It looks like it's made to work for a cruiser or a sport bike in this size, but it still gives good coverage. It's the same material as the first one. It's got the same hose for locks and the same quick connect cords underneath to hold it in place. So I mean, it's a good deal. Is it better than your old cheapy $30 bike cover? Absolutely. These are supposed to be water resistant just a little bit. They're not rainproof per se because of the seams and stuff, but they are supposed to be flame resistant and melt resistant, meaning that I should be able to pull my bikes into the garage and cover them up without having to worry about them melting on the exhaust pipes. Because we all know that you come home from work or come home from a long ride and it's late and you're tired and you pull it in the garage, you shut it off, you're not going back out there after it cools off to put the cover on it. And it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Back when I had one motorcycle and it was all I rode it enough to keep the dust off of it. But now that I own 7 or 8, it's a little different story. Now let's walk over here and look at the Uniden rainproof cover. Now this is a totally different animal from the other two. It's made from a much thicker, heavier duty material. It feels almost leather-like, but it's not. And it's got the straps, and it's got the slots for the locking cables. This one is also lined inside. I'll actually have to unhook the straps to show you. But it actually has a soft liner inside to protect your motorcycle's finish. This one is a very good deal, especially at the price that it's on sale for right now. I think if you order it today, you can get it for $67. It's still a good deal even at the regular price, which is about $75 or $80. And it fits very well on a medium-sized motorcycle like my Royal Enfield with the backrest. So that works out pretty good if you got a small cruiser, if you got a classic style bike. And the other two covers are great too. No complaints about them, especially not for what I got them for, which was actually to use inside the garage. Well, that's it for today's video. Hopefully taking a look at these three covers will help somebody. Anyhow, the price is right, and you can find them at japan.webike.net.